As I already said, I'm keeping an eye on this scenario. I'm gonna watch what's going on real quick, keep a recording on this, so we know what's going on. Yeah, those people, they seem to pretty much be ignoring or avoiding me, so they know honestly that they're in trouble. Here's the basis here. As I said, it may actually hurt our doctors or their nurses' wages, but if we're doing smart, we can actually destroy the basis of those because really they can't force you to pay. They can't disservice you or refuse service for not paying. Technically, legally, they're not allowed to. So technically, healthcare is technically legal, regardless of whether you're able to pay. So, you really think about it, if we play this smart, we can actually use that, because by FIFA, I don't even think it's illegal to charge people, since the laws prevent that in the first place, and prevent any basis of it. What are they going to do? They're legally bound to serve you whether you pay your bill or not. Eventually, they're going to have to extend. Most of the nurses are on strike anyway. I mean, does it really matter? Also, I don't really care whether other people believe or think that you have a steam generator or something. What matters, most of you know that about you know, there's some mindset about this is true. People need to support a little, okay? No actual psychologist will just suddenly write that off. No, hell. Also, no psychologist would ruin motivation. I've said this before. Motivation is a key factor in people's decision making. Why on earth would someone gaslight motivation? You know what the real basis here is? The real basis here is this. The reality is that belief, motivation, are protected by our amendments, constitutions. And any basis against such, not counting spiritual warfare, such as religion versus religion, that's a different story. Like those who don't have a belief, they're actually not allowed to attack you based on your belief system. So if you want to believe the stories are real, flying spaghetti monster or Christ or Wiccan or witchcraft, and who are they to say? Hell, I know half of that's real. But they don't like that. It doesn't really matter what you believe, though, because it's protected by our rights. Now, the reality of the scenario is that anyone who tells you, just because they agree that they gaslight you or crazy well, unfortunately for you, unfortunately for them, everything in scenario one, they don't know what crazy is. That is not what crazy is at all. They don't want to know, because if that were true, would they be really trying to say that Hannibal Lecter or some shit? No. No. Two, what the fuck? Does an ad hominem or scarecrow fallacy really dissuade the truth? No. No, it doesn't. And you know what's funny? People's working to actually help you whether or not to work out what's causing the generators in Slade, regardless of its source, even if you're in mind. It doesn't fucking matter. And I guarantee you, those were teenagers in that show. These are supposed to be grown adults with a degree. What? You're supposed to have at least what? Depending on what level you're practicing? Bullshit. No. Why would they just decide that? There's obviously a problem. No neuropsychologists would dissuade neurotransmitters, and they obviously wouldn't start whining and trying to hide what you say by some kind of weird false analogy or false fallacy or fallacy or any other lie. I mean, argument about Adam is stupid. But yeah, I'm just kind of walking around. The ambulance left. Everybody's leaving. Looks like there's not much to do. Stage 9 is a go as we've been going. Every stage of it, everybody is just leaving. Most are running, except for that over there. Not sure what happened, but if anything happens, keep an eye on this, because I will. Doesn't look like anything happened. So we're cool. But yeah, there are good people among the systems, and bad. And, you know, some people trying to actually fix things, unfortunately. Like me. I'm basically getting shit and bringing it back to you, so now that we'll have to go in there. Huh? Yeah, I'm doing okay. How are you two?
I'm good. I'm tired.
Okay.
But okay.
Yeah, someone took mine. Someone took my sleeping bag and stuff earlier, so yeah.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
Sorry, man.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah. Otherwise, I can't help you. Sorry. Yeah. But yeah, okay. So apparently nothing happened. They're going to leave. We'll see if they stick around to fight another day. But yeah, it's much more important to remove their power and their goals. The false sense of power, their false sense of spirit, false sense of authority. Because after that, they ain't got much. Destroy their lives with truth. They got, it's like Bruce Lee with a jet beam. That's it. Destroy the image, there is no opponent, because the opponent is a reflection of you. When there is no enemy then, the enemy outside can do you no harm. But for the moment, don't ignore, nobody should be denying there is one. We all are an worst enemy until we learn to understand why. But that's not really the point here. And the problem here is most people do not have the basis to claim what they claim. Though I will say this, aside from a lot of wannabe gangsters and people who think they're something they're not, that is an actual person like that, it is true that they generally have a greater business sense than have these people. I'm not going to lie, although it's very unhealthy and they're not destructive with their drug use, the reality is their business, the real ones, their business sense is probably better than Big Pharma. I'm not going to lie. Most people have agreed that when the worker actually does turn to the person on the hoodie, turn around, they can tell there's a tremendous difference because they actually bothered. They cared. Even if it was about something they probably realized later they probably shouldn't have, you can't deny that the skill and experience gained from it and any real actual thing you care about, real business is good. And I'm here for a minute as I got a problem over here. This is a place where I used to be, and I've actually made a few bases on this. Over here's a gym and stuff, which most of them I expected a lot of them to stand up for their girls, and no, actually a lot of them are the problem. A lot of women here trying to get a means to defend themselves on. And there's also Karen, who may or may not be a security guard. Annoying as fuck. I actually had managed to get someone who I was knowing who was trying to work on security. I had placed a few people in certain positions, and I raised some of them and moved some of the cops along the way, so they got to the top. One of them is a security supervisor, so it's not easy to actually do that, but I mean, it's much easier for people to get a new job. So my friend realized that maybe we put our skills and degrees where we're supposed to, we can actually run. So a lot of them are actually working in these places. Having everything inside is great. Having your moles is great. But you gotta make sure, but of course, we have a little degree section that if I actually state anything or ruin their cover, it means they can fuck out. If they aren't already, that's their only warning, because people are going to be coming anyway, so I preempt them by running forward and basically kind of staging a third-party hypothetical parable word problem example idea of a situation like this, why are you, this. I mean, I have to do something, so most of the time they wind up yelling at me, which actually works because I'm the one who gathers the intel from them. So when they attack me, I get information, and I walk back to you guys with it, and, well, of course, while they're focused on me, they can't really do much to my friends. This is part of the only ways the girls can actually do so, was by essentially adopting everything and hiding among society, and, of course, we have some actual basis in how to legally change names. We're just going to keep on our toes. Everybody is, but we shouldn't have to. They should be the ones giving us what we need. But I mostly got like a bunch of different education methods, mostly to help the people. I never really bothered to use them. I never cared about being one of those idiots. I didn't care about money or vanity. I purely was only helping. And so a lot of this I just did for an example to you, despite them, which they could or further define. Now I can tell them, no means no. And that the school people really don't care about that bullshit. And of course the grade for degree of education. The grade of level, the grade, they actually give a shit. And it's kind of funny, but you would think by now it would matter. This is the gym. This is where it happened, over here. I'm not sure where things stand, but this person actually helped me. I'm not sure he's okay or what. He might actually be in trouble. Haven't talked to him in a while, but he works at this damn place. He's a pretty nice guy. Yeah, he said God put on his heart to actually give me a place for a couple days to get refreshed, get things together. I used it to get a few things together, and so yeah, and I've been doing this from time to time. He helped actually though, so it was useful. But yeah, other than that, keep an eye out. A lot of them fake who knows what around here, fake police, fake security, like that Karen. As I said, I now actually control and helping a friend with their security supervisor, so that actually helps. We're slowly working things back to where they should be. It's a slow slog, but such is responsibility. Some things take time. It shouldn't be this much, and there shouldn't be this much bullshit to cut through, but yeah, I guess at this point, I watched the now and they ran or something. Most of them are gonna have all of me shit, so cool. Means they're aware and they're scared. Have a good day.